What's on, guys? This is Mr. DeLorian. It's a brand new video, and today what we're doing is breaking down and reviewing the season premiere of season 5 of Fear the Walking Dead. Now, this episode was full of crazy, a little confusing moments or anything that you might not know if you did not see it, but that's also kind of a warning for spoilers. So first I'm going to break down the episode, and then I'm going to basically review it. So the episode starts off with an introduction of two new characters, two kid characters, two brothers. They're basically in the woods and everything hunting. Basically the whole rundown is they get swarmed by like what they call growlers, when really they're just walkers, and they end up running, and eventually a plane goes and flies over them and just crashes. They go to like discover what it is, and it's a really cool scene or anything. Like, yeah, again, like one of my massive things is like getting into the review by accident, but they go and like it's this like foggy area like to inspect the plane, and eventually they start getting surrounded by walkers, and then Alicia, the character, the like girl character, I think, comes out from the smoke, and they basically says, hey, go to the plane or anything, and basically she goes, takes care of some walkers and everything. They go, and what do you know, it's Morgan, Al, June, I think her name is, and the slinger or kind of cowboy character, and I think I forgot what his name was. I'll probably remember it sometime in like, I think his name is John. Basically they go and find all of them inside the plane, and it's interesting because like, all of them are kind of like strung up, really hurt from like the crash of the airplane. So I'm surprised none of them even died. But very unfortunately, one did get hurt. I think it was Nick's kind of like girlfriend or whatever before the fall of the stadium and everything. She got like kind of like a railroad spike right through like the shoulder. So basically they're just sitting inside and everything. They all meet each other like inside the plane. Morgan basically talks to him and has some really cool and interesting dialogue. And basically and eventually they kind of like escape. But like obviously like Nick's kind of, I don't know what her name is or anything, but she has like kind of like the spikes still in her, and they get her out and everything. So basically during this entire time in the plane, they were trying to contact someone named Logan, and basically Logan is supposed to be in this gas station. So they basically drive to the gas station, but like while on the road, they run into this kind of like a bit of a like road blockage of walkers and everything all tied together. And obviously they are very like skeptical and very like, ooh, I don't think we should pass this. And eventually they run into the two boys that were in the beginning of the episode's sister, which is very interesting, and she's like, I don't know if we should cross this. But eventually Morgan convinces them to all cross, you know, the string of walkers, and long story short, they basically make it to the gas station. They all kind of inspect, saying, okay, where's Logan or anything? This place was they basically were saying like, oh, where's the guy and everything? I thought they were supposed to be here and everything. So eventually they find a radio, they start trying to contact him, they hear nothing, but eventually the kids basically say, for our own safety, we're gonna book it and we're gonna leave. And obviously they don't want to, but eventually the kids just leave and everything. But on the other side of the world, Strand and like tons of other characters, I think, all are going towards the place that they're trying to get to, their home, the new home or anything. So they eventually get there, and who is there? Logan, the evil person, because I'm guessing he's like the new villain, whatever. He's basically there. He's taken over the compounds or anything, and they basically hold Strand and all of them up and say, we're not going to kill you. We don't want to kill you. We don't even want to hold you up, but you just better not come in here. So eventually, while like Morgan and all of them are just like holed up inside this little gas station area and everything that's gated around, eventually Morgan gets a call from Logan over this kind of like radio that's inside the gas station, one of the rooms. Then they end up like talking and everything. Basically I think the guy Logan basically says, we have like your people, we have your place unlocked, and you're not getting it back and everything. This is ours, we're taking it back, which is really confusing in my opinion, since I don't think we got to see any of that. At least, I don't know. So then eventually Alicia gets on the microphone, basically says some stuff to him, and then, all of that like exchange, basically nothing really moves forward. And then eventually Alicia goes outside towards like saying, I'm gonna go like, get it back and everything. And Morgan basically, both of them have like a really, some dialogue, and then he eventually convinces her to come back inside, just say don't go after them. But at the plane crash, when they originally crashed, Al found something pretty interesting, which was kind of a walker or something covered up in a body armor. So she ends up going out in the rainstorm and everything back to where the plane crash was and everything, which is pretty far, and she finds this walker, starts taping it with her camera, and realizes something weird about it. It has some documents on it with some, I think, biohazard like information or whatever, and she ends up like looking at it, and then eventually she gets tased to the ground by someone else who's in like the kind of body armor. But what's really weird is the other guy was a walker, but this one we never got to see his face at all. So maybe it's one of the involved walkers that they're talking about, because I think before the season premiere I think they said that there's gonna be some like kind of new walkers or whatever. This would definitely be a weird thing, you know, but I don't know. And the episode basically ends there. So on to kind of like the review. This episode was really good. It was a very good introduction to all of our characters, because in the pilot of like every season of like a show and everything, they need to like establish the characters for people who might be coming on to like newcomers, and they did a really good job with that. They did a really good job introducing all the characters and everything and kind of like the situation. The new villain is kind of weird, and I'm only saying he's a villain mainly because of the way he kind of like addressed himself and everything. Like he would seem like a very villainous character. I liked a lot of the scenes between like a lot of the characters, such as Morgan and Alicia or Alyssa. I liked the two new kids and everything. I thought they were good and everything. There were some confusing moments, such as when the guys said we're taking back, you know, this place and everything from you guys. I was confused. Like I didn't watch the rest of after Nick died. I stopped watching season 4 and everything. So that might be why I don't know. But I don't know. I think we're in for a very interesting treat. I also like the ending scene with like, you know, Al getting like tased, because it kind of opens up a new like line of, ooh, who's this suspicion? It was a really good cliffhanger. But that was kind of my video on season 5 episode 1 review and breakdown. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did see the episode, actually make sure to leave your thoughts and like what you guys thought of the episode down below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace, amigos, and peace out.